me first ask you, who are you and what do you do?
My name's John. I work for Paradigm Anthem. I'm based out of Western North America for the most part, and I do the technical trainings for our dealers. So I visit our dealers and I sort of discuss the features, the performance, and the implementation of the Anthem and Paradigm PW series, which is our premium wireless PlayFi wireless music streaming service.
Yeah, because that's completely new, isn't it? You got a small box over here, and we saw that in Canada already.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have seen this one in particular.
No, that's true.
Because this one is actually a prototype of our new pre-pro. So it's actually doesn't have the amplifier. It looks identical to the PW amp, but it actually has optical in, optical out, analog in, and analog out.
That's nice.
So it's designed to be added to legacy systems or to be piped into a distribution amplifier for multi-zone audio that way.
Cool.
One of the cool things about it is that it does include the Anthem room correction.
Yeah.
So it does allow you to add a room correction software to an existing system, as well as implement streaming music services and local media streaming into an existing system.
Yeah. For our viewers and readers, Paradigm and Anthem are actually in the same building, so they can share technology.
We are in the same building.
Yeah.
A lot of the research actually goes on at a separate facility, which is located up in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So the reason that it's located in Ottawa is that a lot of the initial research for Paradigm and Anthem is based around the National Research Council of Canada, the project that was launched in the 70s and 80s, led by Dr. Floyd Toole. And some of the researchers that worked on that actually ended up coming over and working for Paradigm Anthem. So some of them are still based out of Ottawa, so that's where a lot of the engineering is done. But the manufacturing facilities and a large portion of the testing is done in our Mississauga plant.
Yeah, which is pretty big, and they can all see it on the website still. In the video. But this is completely new, and we heard a small demo over there with the PW amp.
Yep.
On a pair of Paradigm speakers, and it's pretty massive, the sound.
It is. You'd be amazed at the amount of power and performance that you're actually going to get out of such a small box. For those watching who aren't familiar with it, the PW amp looks essentially exactly the same as this, except it has speaker terminals on the back, as opposed to some of those inputs. So the amp itself is 50 watts into 8 ohms.
Yeah, it's Class D or Class AB?
It is a Class D amplifier. But it's a Anthem design. So it's designed by the same guy that actually implemented the M1, our 1 kilowatt monoblock amplifier. Mark Bonneville, who's the head hardware engineer there, was the designer of this.
Must be nice to have 7 of those in a rack mount.
It's phenomenal to have these guys in those guys especially. You know, they're about as close as an amplifier gets to a straight wire with gain. And you know, with 1 kilowatt on tap, you're never really going to run out of power. No matter what speaker you're driving. So same general design concept, obviously on a much smaller scale. So it's 50 watts into 8 ohms, 100 watts into 4 ohms, and it does have a 200 watt peak output for brief periods. So it's got the ability to really power even large speakers through the bass. With a lot of control.
Nice. And this is like a preamp with services built in based on DTS Play-Fi.
Correct. So the DTS Play-Fi Platform is an open ecosystem that any manufacturer can sign on to and license the technology from DTS. The benefits of this are that it allows multiple manufacturers to have interoperable, so gear that will actually work together in the same system. So you could have products from multiple manufacturers in the same home, all be controllable from one user interface.
That's a big difference with the market right now.
It is the only one of its kind on the market in this sector. I mean, you can think of it more like an AirPlay type thing where it
or UPnP, but there must be a difference between UPnP and DTS Play-Fi.
There is a difference between the UPnP and Play-Fi, although the Play-Fi platform does use DLNA.
Yeah.
So if you have DLNA servers on your network, it will find
They
those
will see them.
and allow you to stream from them.
That's nice.
So it is more closed than UPnP because it is hardware specific.
Yeah.
You have to have an implementation of the DTS hardware on the system, but again, any manufacturer can sign up and then have the ability to share an ecosystem to implement wireless and multi-zone streaming without everyone trying to go their own way, and it allows for a lot more differentiation in the ecosystem of hardware. You know, if one manufacturer isn't making something, then another one probably is.
Exactly. So you can build your own multi-room with multiple brands, use one app to control them, and perhaps do some multi-room stuff.
You can do multi-room. So it supports up to 16 zones of multi-room wirelessly. Yeah. So you can have all those going at the same time. So
synced.
So
that's a big difference between UPnP.
Correct. So the DTS platform does utilize a clock system in order to ensure that everything in the system is synced up properly. Cool. So one of our big differentiators in the ecosystem, and again, a great thing is that each manufacturer is allowed to tailor the hardware and tailor their implementations while keeping it within the DTS Play-Fi app. Is that all of ours include our Anthem room correction. So just like the Pre-Pro, so you've got your speakers, your PW600 and your PW800. So for those who aren't familiar with it, the PW800 is a larger tabletop with 2 bass drivers and 2 1-inch aluminum tweeters.
Nice.
And the PW600 is a 5-inch mid-woofer and 2 1-inch tweeters as well. So those speakers, they're self-powered, and they can now be put into your kitchens, your bathrooms, you know, your offices, shoved into a corner. But through Anthem room correction, we're actually able to make those rooms sound good. So you know, a big differentiator.
Yeah, exactly.
For us.
You can't compensate for bad placement, but you can make it better.
We can improve those rooms, and these are products that aren't put into good places in rooms. These get shoved out of sight into the corner, you know, where they're unobtrusive, but where the sound quality is very much impacted. So being able to take a software like Anthem room correction, which only a few years ago, you know, was the price of entry was a $5,000 AVM 50, and now we've managed to actually implement it in a product that can be used in every room of the house. You know, it's a pretty extraordinary thing.
That's pretty cool, and that's the knowledge you use from Anthem, build it in a Paradigm speaker, active Paradigm speaker, and so a lot of people can use it, but don't have to pay 5 or 3 or 2,000 euros for an amp alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you know, the product sharing between Paradigm and Anthem is a pretty unique relationship.
Yeah, true.
The level of integration between them is and it allows a lot of advantages where the technical expertise from one brand can spread out into the other one. And you know, it allows implementation of a lot of these technologies on a much larger scale, which makes them much more accessible.
Sounds like a synergy.
That it is synergy.
Synergy. All right. So, but this is not the only product. We've seen a lot of products already. Maybe I won't mention them all because I don't know what's still secret or not. But when can we expect the first Paradigm PW products on the market?
So they're already available in North America.
Yeah, true, but not in Europe still.
So the European versions we should be seeing quite soon.
All right.
Right now available are the PW600, the PW800, the 2 powered speakers that I mentioned, and the PW amp. Which is the amplifier version of this. This should be available probably during the summer. Is what we're looking at right now.
Cool.
And then later on in the year, you'll see some more. You'll see some more offerings from Paradigm.
Cool.
And one of the other things is that Anthem. So right now we have the Anthem MRX and the AVM 60. So the top 3 models in that, the MRX 720. The MRX 1120 and the AVM 60 all include DTS Play-Fi integrated into the system. So your home theater, you can now use a streaming service that allows you to stream high res, and then you can integrate that into the rest of the house using, again, that same platform. So it's already, even in-house, we're already using 2 different brands, and you'll,
yeah.
you know,
and it works.
And it works, yeah. And it works very well.
Okay.
Allows for a lot of really great integrations.
That's what you said. You got one platform. You can build it in whatever product you want.
Correct.
Create a high-end version. Create a tabletop speaker. Create a preamp or whatever, and exactly. It all works together from one app.
Yeah. So it maintains a single user interface.
Yeah.
It allows for product recognition between the different brands. Yeah. So although you've got different brand names, you can have that unifying sort of thing in the form of DTS Play-Fi.
Cool. That
end users can then associate with that high performance streaming capability.
Last question then, because I'm just wondering, how do you see the roadmap from now until 2 years? Are you going to plan for a lot of more multi-room audio components? Is it a big market, you think?
It's an absolutely massive market, and it's a massive market with a lot of growth potential.
Yeah.
It's something that what we're looking to do is we're looking to take high performance audio products,
yeah.
And we're looking to provide people with that next level of performance, but also with the convenience that they've come to associate with electronics in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have it in every room. They
yeah.
want to have it work at the touch of a button.
Yeah.
They don't expect to have to wire things up or have someone come in and run stuff through the walls. So it's, going forward, you're going to be able to have music in every room of the house, and that's not going to be something that's just limited to higher end homes and higher end implementations. It's going to be something that you can have everywhere. But that doesn't mean that people don't want the next level of quality, that they don't want higher performance. And without offering this type of product, you're not going to see people recognizing that there is something above and beyond, a Bluetooth speaker that you can purchase at a big box store.
No.
That there is that next level of performance, and that you can hear it. It's audible, and it really allows you to appreciate what you spend most of your time doing, which is just listening to music.
Yeah.
And having music in their lives in every room of the house has actually been shown to really improve the quality of life for people. That makes them happier.
True.
And
True.
It's nice to be able to get into a market where we can then be in so many more areas outside of where we traditionally would be. The home theater or the 2-channel system.
Yeah. Well, let's make people happy then.
Let's make people happy.
That's a good. That's a good argument. Thank you for your time.
All right.
And thanks for coming over.
Well, thanks very much.
Okay.